Alright, so the season 2 blog thing is here. So let's get in there and check out what's going on here. Call of Duty community, you want to share some updates, coming season 2 multiplayer, DMZ, Battle Royale. Alright, I don't really care about Battle Royale. Alright, global changes, crashes and stabilities. We remain dedicated to improving the overall stability and performance of our games, including reduced crashes across all platforms and titles. I remember when this game first came out and I was trying to play, it was like every second game I would crash, maybe even every game. It was almost unplayable for a little while, and I'm glad that they're like I haven't crashed for a while, but I'm glad that they're at least addressing it, and I'm sure there's people still out there that are crashing all the time. What else do we have? Audio global. Okay, data suggests that some PC players may be experiencing audio issues to discrepancies in the number of channels that are outputting. We added an option to force PC to stereo output. Please be sure to check Windows in-game audio settings are set correctly in accordance with your listening environment. I haven't really noticed any audio issues, really. I'm not really sure what they're talking about there. Um, but if you have been getting audio issues, then let me know in the comment section. UI, it's a number of UI updates. I'm not really a fan of the UI as it is anyway, so any improvement, I guess, is better than what it is. Experience improved after action report with audio. So is that like improved after action report with audio? Is that going to be like at the end game where everyone's yelling at each other? Like, do they want to make everybody hear that better? Challenges, battle pass, weapon progression, weapon balance. Alright. Weapon balance is something we're always analyzing, and we'll be balancing weapons for season 2. That just means they want to have multiple weapons, like meta, you know. Right now it's like RPK and Fennec or something like that. I don't really play too much Warzone as it is, but I mean I keep on top of what's going on to a degree, just so I know, because occasionally I get a little bit bored of grinding multiplayer, so I'm looking for something else to do. So I'll jump into to Warzone. So I need to know what weapons are meta, but I'm pretty sure right now it's RPK and Fennec. But at least with this update, they might got someone in my eye. It's killing me. They might you know, there might be 2 or 3 weapons that become meta. The Gulag. This is another thing I don't understand why they changed this. Like the 1v1 was just good, you know. Nobody asked for 2v2 with a juggernaut in there. Like I don't know who thought of that. I don't know how it got through so many people, and they were like, "This is a good idea. Let's do this." Like maybe you could do 2v2 or 3v3 or something like that, you know, as you're going. But for solos, 2v2 is absolutely stupid. But 1v1 Gulag will be returning with the launch of season 2, which has been delayed by 2 weeks, obviously. With this change, players will see the return of the original Warzone overtime mechanic, the domination style flag control point in a place of the jail. Yeah, good. The jailer are so stupid. In order to bring this change online sooner, we have edited for better 1v1 combat, better activity, and dedicated 1v1. Okay, whatever. We have also made some logistical changes to Gulag experience. Ground loot has been revisited as well as the loadouts the players will spawn in with. We've updated the pool. Okay, so they're changing the I guess the guns that you get in the Gulag, so you can get any like so it's used to most of the time I think it's just a pistol. So I think now you're going to be able to get assault rifles, submachine guns, light machine guns as primary weapons, possibly, and maybe shotguns too. I don't know if I'm reading that right or not. For those leaving the arena victorious, the Gulag will grant a larger cash reward. I gotta say, I didn't actually know you get cash rewards for winning the Gulag. Like, that's how out of the loop I really am with Warzone. This change will come allow replaying players to get back in. Okay. Cash economy. I know this has been a big thing in the Warzone community. Cash or no cash. In addition to the cash changes the Gulag outlined above, we are balancing the Battle Royale economy with a slight reduction to cash rewards for completing contracts. Additionally, we are increasing the lowest value of cash piles from ground loot to 800 and from cash registers to 500. I always thought the cash registers paid out really well. Um, I guess that shows how not in the loop with Warzone I am. I know that cash, they might have updated the cash already, the cash situation where like you would run around and then take forever to be able to like find 2 grand or 3 grand or 4 grand or whatever it is to buy back your teammate, because it's videos that I've seen people like spend what feels like an hour looking to get the money just to buy back their teammate, and then you've also got to like buy the uh loadouts and guns and all that sort of stuff. Loot inventory. Okay, as announced last week, we're shifting away from loot windows slash menus to floating loot that will now drop out of all containers in the world, similar to loot. Okay, so rather than being in a pack or like in your backpack, it's just gonna like come out and then be everywhere on the floor, and you can just like vacuum it up type deal. Is that what's going on here? This change is intended to provide pace of gameplay by minimizing time spent navigating. I hate the when you get the backpack and then you've got to like scroll through with the like with this and shit, you know, like trying to get all the stuff. I hate it. Like it takes me forever. You probably got an advantage. I do play on PC, but I don't play mouse and key, so I'm pretty sure like you'd be able to just fly through like like that with mouse and key. It's definitely, it has to be easier. Loadouts. Loadouts have always been a core part of Warzone's Battle Royale and something we pay close attention to. Changes players have seen with launch of Warzone 2 since alright, okay, so loadouts, yeah, alright, whatever. Loadouts are loadouts, you know. What okay, careful as possible, sure, ample opportunity to remain. Okay, so they're not really doing anything with loadouts, you know, whatever. 3-plate vest. We continuously evaluate the 3-plate vest thing. Everyone should just get one. It should have been that way from the start. Everybody gets a 3-plate vest. I'd also like to see, I know when I'm playing Warzone, like not being able to plate while I'm like sprinting, like it gets me killed a lot, because you know I'll have no plates, there'll be someone firing at me, and I'm just trying to get around like to the backside of a building and try to plate, and I can't do it while I'm sprinting. Like that change is just stupid. Anyway, so 3-plate vest, we're continuously evaluating the pace of combat engagements and decided to make a change. All players will now start with 3-plate vest. Varying sizes of vest will no longer exist in Battle Royale loot. This standardization will bring a more reliable feel to each engagement from the get-go. We'll continue looking at data about optimizing downtime and improving the ability to recover from prior engagement. Just let me plate while I sprint. That's it. It's a simple change. You know, that helps. You know, now you don't have to worry about who's got what vest, but you know, I still need to be able to plate while I'm sprinting. Like it's not complicated. Movement, I don't really care about. Buy stations. In order to make buy stations and their goods easy to access, we revamped our approach. Spawn locations have been added. Adjusted spawns will be static across the map, and loadout markers will have unlimited stock. Or okay, oh, unlimited stock. Loadout drop markers have unlimited stock. All right, I don't know if that means that the buy stations will have unlimited stock or not. I know that's a pain in my ass too. Like you be with a team and then you buy a UAV and then it might run out and then no one else can buy a UAV. Everybody should be able to buy a UAV. As always, we'll continue to monitor over balance. Yeah, I mean, they monitor, but they don't really listen. You know, they're listening now because of the drop off in player count, but before that, they were just hot headed and being like, no, and stubborn. Like we're not changing anything for anything. You know, we made the game the way we wanted to make the game, and that's how we want the game to be. But now they're losing players, which means they're probably going to lose money, and they are pretty sure they have an AGM coming up or a stockholders meeting or something like that, and they have to explain why they're hemorrhaging players. And it's because they made unnecessary changes that nobody asked for to cater to a type of player that isn't always even playing. You know, so it feels like it's going back to more like a Warzone 1, which was more competitive, rather than a casual type experience. DMZ, I don't really care. Literally haven't even touched this. I haven't even done anything to do with DMZ. So if you guys want to read the whole thing, I'll leave a link in the description, and then you guys can check it out in full if you're into DMZ. Multiplayer. This is where I spend a majority of my time. Okay, so as noted in previous updates, our type of audio occlusion system remained offered multiplayer periodically after launch. Occlusion still existed in multiplayer at the time. It was not okay. We have spent this time testing and re-implementing the. So what? Okay, you know what? The audio doesn't even matter because, as I said before, I haven't really had an issue with. I know that the pros have figured out a way to. It's like reduce the like surrounding noise, I guess. Like I think it's a higher pitch noise, like so like explosions and things like that. They know how to like reduce it, and then a lower pitch noise for like footsteps and stuff like that, so they can really hear people like moving throughout the map. I haven't really looked into it at this stage, but if I was maybe during when rank play comes out, I might get into that and sort of see what they're doing. Perk balancing. We've heard a lot of feedback around the timing of the bonus perk, specifically the ghost perk. We looked at swapping this perk's position, but we felt this would create severe imbalance in the perk system for season 2. We've updated the rate at which the perk the bonus and the ultimate perks are earned, reduces bonus perk cost by 50% and ultimate by 25%. The adjustment will allow players to get ghost early in matches, which will better. So all multiplayer is getting is like how quickly you get perks. That's it. Weapon balancing, which we've already been over. They go hand in hand between Warzone and multiplayer. So hardcore, which should never have been taken out of the game in the first place. Nobody asked for that. Playlists. Nobody cares about playlists. Rank play. Last week we've confirmed that rank play a deep multiplayer experience done in partnership with Treyarch. Okay, so multiplayer gets nothing, pretty much. You're gonna get your perk a little faster. Like, whoop-de-doo. This is my only problem with Warzone, is that all they want to do is just focus on Warzone. Like, that's it. They don't care about multiplayer. You get a little bit here and there. You know, Warzone is okay, but it's not the be all end all of COD. You know, like eventually battle royales will die out, and then they're gonna lose the multiplayer people as well, because the multiplayer people get no support from the devs at all. Okay. Looking ahead, some of the changes coming in season 2. We have plenty of new content to share ahead of launch. Expect more information on the brand new small map coming to Warzone 2.0 next week. So the small map coming to Warzone 2.0, I'm assuming is probably like a rebirth or resurgence type deal. Resurgence full season 2. Okay, so they'll go in depth about this and wrap it all up in a neat little package. You know, a few days. It says February 8th. You know, but I reckon it'd probably be somewhere between the 8th and the 13th, and they'll probably go into this a little bit more in depth and then bring it full circle, so everybody actually has a proper understanding of what's going on and what the future roadmap is for the game. Hopefully they bring some more 6v6 maps, and I think there's going to be later on in the year, like the I guess the 2023 COD is going to be probably more along the lines of just a remade old school map collection, possibly, and then they'll probably charge $70 for that, and then that'll keep the player base, well, bring the player base back because everybody knows the older maps are better than these current maps, and they haven't made a good map for a while. So that's what I think will happen with that. But yeah, so that's basically everything that's going on with this season 2 that's coming. So hopefully it fixes a lot of the problems, and the game gets a little bit more fast paced, especially in Warzone, because that's really what they're focusing on. But yeah, that's all I got for now.